Hello everybody and welcome back to another exciting episode of the wonderful Wobulous Project Zomboid, episode 80 some odd. And it's Wall Building Simulator 2014, at least that's how it felt last episode and how it does every so often when we are going to be building our fort. I mean, that's just the downside, or the upside, depending on how you look at it, of playing this type of game. There's going to be slow points where you are building and kind of securing certain areas of the map when you are working on it. But hey, we're almost done. The fort is incredibly close to completion, and with luck, we're going to be able to finish up that aspect of building today in this episode. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day. I know I am. I just had a coffee. I just finished recording my Banished episode for the day, and I'm looking forward to then recording a little something with Red Panda Gamer and Dean Cuddy after this. It's going to be fun, a little something. Cool news is that Red Panda Gamer recorded an episode of Lore for channel Polaris, which is fucking awesome. The Lore channel. If you are a fan of the Lore channel or anything like that, our good friend RPG is the next episode. That's fucking awesome. So I look forward to watching it. I already watched it, but I look forward to seeing it again when it goes on YouTube, because I think right now it's only on polarisgo.com. I think. But it's awesome. That's a really cool step for him. I mean, he recently got into Polaris, like, fully a few months back, and it's good to see him kind of moving on up in the world. It's very awesome. Polaris is a great little network. I'm very happy to be part of the Maker family in general, and hopefully one day I'll be at that Polaris stage. The way things are going now, that hopefully won't be too long if I'm very, very lucky, so we'll see. Anyway, pardon me as I ramble on, as I tend to. Let's finish up this wall. Let's get this done, son. Yo, gangsta. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Hopefully, when we are done with all of this, we're going to have some experience. You're going to level up in carpentry, which is fucking great. You have no idea how happy I am that I no longer have to look for that stupid book anymore. I mean, that has been the focus of episodes for, like, at least a solid, like, 2 weeks. 2 weeks straight of episodes. I swear. All we've been doing is looking. We went... I keep talking about it, but it's such a big thing. I mean, we went through schools to whole different towns. It's just, to have it be done is so amazing. I'm just so fucking happy that it's over with. You have no friggin' idea. My pop bottle's empty. God, I gotta go fill that with water. Alright, let's go do this. Also, I hope you guys take a moment. There's a video that I put up today. It went up today, the day you're watching this. Earlier today, I think it was the first video I made go live today, where I talk about the whole thing with Dean Hall leaving DayZ. It actually ends up turning into a piece more about the current situation with indie devs being so open and if it's a good or a bad thing. I'd love you guys to go watch that and give me your opinion. Watch the whole thing. It's only 15 minutes. It's not that long. And there's a good discussion going on right now in the chat below. And I'd love to hear all your opinions on it, because it's very important that we talk about this as indie games become more and more mainstream. Is it good that indie devs are so open about their development stuff? And I'd love to hear I'd love to hear your opinions on it, because it is an important thing now that we are in a point in our careers or our lives where development is no longer struck behind this impenetrable wall of AAA publishers. We aren't getting this just marketed BS at us all the time, where there's such clear and open development processes for these developers, and we get to be part of that process. Is it a good thing or a bad thing, and are we doing a disservice to the developers by being such wankers about it every so often? So please go listen to the whole thing. I talk about Dean leaving the DayZ dev team and everything that's going on with it. I'd love you guys to listen to it and check it out, and let me know your opinion on the matter. I think it's worth chatting about. I really do, because there's a lot more to it than Dean leaving the DayZ dev team. There's a lot more undercurrent, discussion going on there. There's a lot more to it, so I would love to hear your opinion on it. I really would. Anyway, we should easily finish up this wall this episode. We're going to go on a looting run. At least the plan is to continue going on looting runs to the western side of the map while we take a look for other things. Continuing to bolster our food supply, and then load up on shotgun shells and grab our shotgun and go murder as many zombies as we can as we end up clearing up West Point. That's the plan anyway. Who knows if it'll go that well. It never really does go according to plan. I mean, a number of times I've gotten myself caught in sticky situations that have been just generally bad for me. Numerous times. They reach as high as probably like 20 or 30 times now. I'm assuming I've got myself into really sticky situations. But we're going to start building out this wall to make sure we can line everything up. There we go. We are going to go out a little bit further. I don't know how far we're actually going to have to go out. But we're going to have to go out pretty far. Whoop. There, whoop. Nope. Come on. There we go. Right there. Perfect. Alright. Looking good. Carpentry. Looking sexy. I'll start turning this wall to the left to start lining it up a little bit. And I might end up chopping trees. After we get all these logs done, I might end up chopping trees closer to where we're actually working, so we don't have to make such long trips back and forth and waste as much time as needed. I'm really excited to stream today. Kind of an off-topic thing. I've been streaming, my normal amount, but I've been starting to stream a little bit more DayZ and stuff again. But for the next few streams, I think I'm going to start working on beating Thief. I ended up getting Thief, and it's, frickin' pre-order DLC, which is dumb, for $26. It was on Game Daily deal yesterday. It was a friggin' great little deal. I forget where I read about it. It was either somebody said something on Twitter or in my chat or in a chat. I think it was in a chat of a stream I was watching. I think I was watching a Thief stream, actually, and someone posted it like, hey, this is cheap. And I went, it's $26. It was for yesterday only, I'm pretty sure. And you got the game and all the DLC for $26, which was, for a game that's recently released, to get it, that incredibly cheap that early. It's like, what, 40% off the PC price? Because I think the PC version is like $50 as opposed to $60, which is awesome. I love when you can get things better on the PC because it's going to look better and play better than the console versions do. But to get it that cheap was really nice. We are slowly starting to turn, which is good. I don't know where... Did I? Why does it look like that? Yes. I don't know, it looks weird. It just looks bizarre. It looks off-center a little bit, but I think it's fine. Can't really tell. Yeah, see, I think these are actually a little bit wider than they need to be, which might be why I'm, questioning the way it looks, but... oh, well. Anyway, so yeah, streaming. I'm going to be streaming through Thief. The whole game. I'm probably going to play it on Master Difficulty because one of my favorite genres growing up was stealth. I was introduced to the stealth genre a little bit late, unfortunately. I got introduced to it through Metal Gear Solid 1, which I got talked to about when I was in 5th or 6th grade, I think. I think that's when I heard about it. When did Metal Gear Solid come out? 95? The first one came out in, 95 or whatever. And that's the very first time I'd ever heard about the game, and my parents got it for me for Christmas or something. Can't quite remember how I got it. And I remember Metal Gear Solid was the first time I ever played a stealth game, and I was like, holy crap, this is a game I have to actually, First of all, it was one of the first games I played where there was an actual story. And it was a game that required me to be quiet. And I was like, whoa, this is completely blowing my mind here. This is really bizarre that this game requires me to be not guns a-blazing. And from then on, I was hooked. I mean, I played all the Metal Gear Solid games, even the most recent ones. I still play religiously, even though I don't think they're the best stealth games out there anymore. Splinter Cell 1 was one of my favorite stealth games because it took a much more realistic approach to how stealth works, almost. I loved it. And then when Thief Deadly Shadows came out for the Xbox, the original Xbox, and all that other good stuff, I was absolutely, utterly hooked on that game. And I was addicted to stealth games from then on. So when Thief, the new Thief, was announced, I, of course, was rightfully, stupidly excited. I could not wait for it. And, the reviews have been pretty mediocre. It doesn't actually seem like it's going to be a true Thief game. But it still seems like it's going to be a really fun stealth game. It seems like, honestly, with the way they make it sound and the way it seems like it plays, it's going to be more like a Dishonored, but with more emphasis on stealth as opposed to being able to do stealth or guns a-blazing kind of situation. So we'll see how that ends up playing. I'm excited for it anyway. I'm going to enjoy it. I mean, I can imagine it's going to be worth the $26 I spent on it. Again, it's not like I paid $60 for it. So I'm excited to kind of get my hands on it and play it. I expect myself to really enjoy the experience, and I'm hoping that the viewers are going to enjoy watching the experience too. Especially with people who don't necessarily want to spend the money on it, but do want to see the game through. They will probably enjoy it. And then maybe those people who can play along with me. I will definitely be playing on the hardest difficulty, Master Thief, because I love playing stealth games as hard as they possibly can, so that my skill comes through. It is my skill and not the game, the game's mechanics. That's one of my biggest gripes with, the new Batman games. Even though I love the Batman games, one of my biggest gripes with it is that, you're supposed to be able to be a little stealthy because you're fucking Batman. But it gives you, like, the ability to use the Bat Vision. And I think the Bat Vision is, like, one of the most overpowered things in gaming. I think it should exist. The way I thought about the Batman thing, because I've played a lot about those games, because I think that the Bat Vision, or whatever the fuck it's called, or Detective Vision I think it's called, is good. It's really kind of a cool mechanic. But the way they should do it is not have it be unlimited. It should be, like, timed. Like, you can only use it for a certain amount of time before it needs to get recharged. And the recharge time should not be short. It should be pretty decently long. So you only use it as assessment. You, like, turn it on and off really quickly. You turn it on, you assess the room, you get an idea of what you want to do, and then you turn it off. And that way you kind of use it the way I think it's meant to be used, where you're not playing the game through that Detective Vision the entirety of the time. What you're doing is you're playing the game, you're using that as just a tool to prepare yourselves for the coming challenge. And, I think Dishonored had something very similar to it, where it was very overpowered. It just is being used unlike it should have been, and I think it was, hurting the gameplay a little bit. But yeah, like, that's why I'm going to play on Master difficulty in Thief, because I think Thief is one of those games that deserves to be played at its highest challenge at all times, because that's what those games are about, in my opinion. So, alright, let's keep building this wall here. There's a wall. There it is. There we go. Just want to make sure I get this done correctly. I think this is actually perfectly lined up. Actually, it's not. It needs to go over one more. So it needs to be like this. Yep, it needs to go over one more. That's not a big deal. We can take care of that, no problem. And we actually end up getting a skill point during my entire chatter there, which is crazy. And carpentry's looking fucking sexy right now. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I hope we level up. I hope we level up in carpentry. We're actually getting hungry. We're tired, but that's not really all that surprising. Should probably go get some food after this, but not until we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4. I love when I make Mathis Williams dance. He's a dancing machine. Before he was a zombie apocalypse survivor extraordinaire, this dude was a professional salsa dancer. So things kind of, his skill in maneuvering and his speedy feet have truly helped him in get through the worst that this world has to offer. Just in case you didn't know. So this should be good. We should be able to line everything up perfectly now. I'm going to go ahead and start building out from here, because I kind of want to make sure. And then we need to build like 2 doors, but that's not a big deal. The 2-door thing, we can get the door supplies when we go looting and whatnot. I meant to go get him some food, but oh well. Such is life, ladies and gents. Such is life. Oh, I am so excited for today. Today is one of those days where you just wake up and you feel good. Like one of those feel-good days at all times. I love having those days where you just wake up and you feel refreshed and you go out and you get a very productive day. You know you have a lot of work ahead of you, but you're excited to do it. I have like 4 more indie snapshot games that were loaded into my email today by a bunch of different devs, so I'm excited to take a look at them. Just very, very excited to get all of that shit done. Very excited. Oh, can't wait. Can't wait to get some work done. Stream a little bit, record with RPG and Dean. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. I also really need to get my butt in gear as far as getting the multiplayer series underway of this game is concerned. The only reason I've been holding off is because I'm not entirely convinced that it's in a state where a series would go too well. Maybe like a little short mini-series to talk about, show the aspects of the game that are working well and the aspects that aren't working so well. But it's smooth. It's working very smooth, and I think it's in a place that's incredibly playable. I just don't know if the longevity of a series is there yet, because I could definitely see myself squeaking out like 5 or 6 episodes in a series, but beyond that, the map will be almost impossible to survive on. There'll just be a lot of sitting around, and that's not terribly exciting for a series. At the very least in single player, the map is your playground. There's a lot to do. You can constantly go on looting runs. You can constantly get into danger. But in multiplayer, until like respawning is there and stuff, you're kind of dependent on map restarts of the server. You know, server resets, and then you do server resets and you lose all your progress, and it's just a pain in the dick. And that's not exactly fun either. So, you know, I don't know if it's in a place quite yet where I'm ready to be recording a series. I just don't think it's quite there. It's almost there, don't get me wrong, but not quite. Which is why you haven't seen it yet. Because I've been back and forth. Initially, I was like, yeah, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. I want to get in on it. But then as time goes on, I've realized that maybe not quite yet. Maybe not yet. Okay, let's go ahead and plop this down. Ooh, we're getting really hungry now. Our carrying capacity has dropped. Keep forgetting to feed my poor guy. Well, after we get these up, we'll go get something to eat. There we go. Good. Are we really that slow right now? 8 out of 7? Okay. Well, that makes sense. Beef jerky it is. Mmm, delicious. Alright, let's get to bed. And good, let's get him to sleep. He had a very productive day. We had a very productive in-game day. How long have I been alive for now? I need to check. Last I checked, I think it was just over a month, 4 months, I think. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. See how things are. Ugh. Got the sniffs. The sniffle-iffles. Wow, he's sleeping really late. There we go, pal. Wake the fuck up already. 4 months and 6 days. Yeah, I figured I had just checked recently, but I wasn't entirely sure. 4 months and 6 days. Almost 4 months in a week. That's good. And carpentry is fucking growing faster. Now imagine if I had that book right when we started, we'd already be leveled up by now. We'd already be leveled up. And we have a master carpentry book that we can read right away that we're going to be able to be fine with. It's going to be so good. I think it'll be the first character I ever get full levels in carpentry, and I've never had that done before. I usually die well before it, but my skills in this game have obviously seen massive growth, so very happy about that. I'm looking forward when this game, the developers of the Indie Stone are going to be the developers of Project Zomboid, the Indie Stone, are going to be introducing new zombie migration, which is going to, you know, include a respawning system for the zombies to come in from edges of the map and stuff. I think that's why they call it a migration system, because they're coming from unseen areas. Because as of right now, you know, it's not disappointing or anything, but once you clear out an area, it's cleared out. And you know, certain areas should remain safe for a while because you clear it out, but much like you see in shows and comics like The Walking Dead, just because you clear out an area doesn't mean a wandering horde can't come and destroy everything you've worked so hard for. And I'm looking forward to when that day comes. So this wall is done. Awesome. Let's get a pole up here. We need a wooden pillar right there. Just kind of block this out. We need one more wooden pillar, but I don't think we have the ability to do it without another plank. So let's get another plank up, I guess. Well, we should probably store this plank for now. We're not going to be able to do much. To be honest, we can't do much for the rest of this episode anyway, so we might wrap this up here. A little bit shorter, by like a minute or two. But I want to get looting done, and to go on a looting run and have to stop halfway to my looting run is never fun. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you're enjoying the series, dropping a like and a comment is the best way to show your support. And if you have yet to do so, hit that subscribe button for more daily Zomboid and many videos just like it. And as always, I will see all of you guys next time. Bye-bye.